Okay, this is very weird because I have to sit on the bed but elevated so you guys can see me better. But anyways, first of all, do not judge my hairstyle. This is mainly so then the hair isn't on my face and it's wet and stuff like that. That's the main reason. But anyways, hey bookwormies, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going back to literally my favorite types of videos, and those are the travel reading vlogs because I don't usually get to film myself reading, but I can talk about anything under the sun and you guys can't judge me for it. Well, technically this is a reading vlog, but whatever, you get what I mean. And also sometimes during reading vlogs, especially at the start and towards the end, I read many books, so I can talk to you guys and blabber on forever, and you cannot judge me for it because I've read a lot of books, so. But anyways, this update is going to be a very big one. But first of all, there's one book that I'm in the middle of. I started it long before this video started. I started in one of my past videos, which was the last mood read of 2024 video. And I'm still reading it because I do not know how to feel about it because it's very weird. And I'm gonna tell you guys about it, okay? We're gonna go through it step by step, but I don't remember the title. So, here it is. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. It is a thriller, but I don't know, but it just doesn't sit with me well. And one of the main characters, her name starts with J, I think, Jolly or something like that. I don't know. But she gives me the ick. I don't like her at all. And that's kind of a problem because she's one of the main characters, so we see her a lot. And there's and thing is that we kind of go through the motions to find out the mystery. The thing is that I feel like I'm just going through the motions, but I don't really love it. And I feel like if for a while, literally when I was 10% through it, I was like, okay, let's get to 30%. If I still do not like it, I will DNF it. And then I just continued because I was like, you know what? It's progressing, it's getting a bit better. But now I'm just I feel like I just don't really see much in the book. There's not much going on, and I don't really love it. It's just not my vibe. I know this book will not get a very, very high score. It's not going to get a 5-star. I do not think it's going to get a 4-star. I'm going to be surprised if it does. That means that something's wrong with me. But anyways, yeah. But anyways, now we get to the bigger updates. So, as you see, I started a book on the flight and finished a book on the flight because it was a very long flight. It was 12 hours. I did try to sleep. Not for me. But anyways, sleeping's overrated, right? But yeah, anyways, I do not remember the title, but it's part of the Crown of Nyxia series. It's the first book. I've heard many things about it, good things specifically, and I was really in the mood for fantasy. Before, I was planning on reading a cute, cozy romance mystery with some Christmas vibes, but then I just felt like reading a fantasy book, so I was like, why should we even try? Let's just go into the fantasy. Okay, here it is. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I started that book and ended it, and it was so gripping, very fast, very easy to get through. There wasn't too much brain power to it, but I love the concept. I love the world building. I like the trials and how it was. But I feel like I wish we got to see some of the other characters that were in the trials, not only the main character and 2-3 others. A few more I feel like could be good. So we can learn about each and every one of them a bit closer and see their weaknesses, so we can see how see the inner thoughts of how the main character is planning on winning and all of that. I wish we just saw a bit more of that, a bit more strategicness, but I'm used to that in more popular modern day books. This is not, you won't find many of these very high end, but I still really loved it. I gave it initially a 4.5, but now that I'm looking at it and talking about it, I feel like it's a 4.25. It does have romance, but I don't know. It's just, I'm not, oh my god, crazy about it, but I don't hate it. So this book, I really like it at some points, but then I was like, do I though? Okay, but anyways, continuing from this, after I finished The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I rushed into, um, what's the name of the book, guys? Wait a second. Oh, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, which is a second book in the Crowns of Nixia series because it's only 3 books technically long, and there's this problem. So there's a novella between book 1 and book 2, but I totally forgot, and I thought that it was that, like, Six Scorched Roses, that's the name of the book. It was like an epilogue book after, like, the first 2, but turns out it's between it. So I feel like I'm gonna do this. I'm or gonna finish The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and then go read Six Scorched Roses, and then, I don't know, go into the next book. And since Six Scorched Roses is really short, like, yeah. Or if I start getting bored of this book, I'll go into Six Scorched Roses and just, like, read it quickly. Because, like, it's a novella. I don't know what it is about, really, but I just thought it was 1.5 and not 2.5, so that's how I knew. And also, I am 47% through The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and I really like it. I don't know if I like it more than the first one. I don't know yet. I don't have that many feelings to go about it and know how much like, I don't know yet for sure. But I feel like it's gonna be somewhere in the 4-star ratings, if not higher. And also, I have so many books, guys, downloaded onto my Kindle. It's crazy. Oh, and here's the book that I was gonna start reading. That was a cozy romance mystery, and it's called The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. It's supposed to be really funny and cutesy, and I wanted that at the start, but then I was like, I'm honestly in a fantasy mood, and I want to take advantage of that because I feel like this year I haven't been reading as much fantasy. So this is, like, my point in time, and I have a few fantasy books downloaded here, but maximum, I got, like, the Kindle app on my phone, and I can try buying through there and getting it into my Kindle. I don't know. We're gonna see how that goes, but I feel like we're going, like, currently the books that we're currently reading, it's a good selection, except for none of this is true. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because the other books on my phone, I'm not really for them. So I might start looking for, like, I've been looking for, like, a few, like, romance books, but not summery. Like, that's the last thing I want, summery. It can be, like, I feel like fall doesn't really go much into it, so I don't care. It can be Christmas, it can just be winter, it can be fall, just not summer. That's the last thing I want because we're not in summertime. We are not in summertime. And I want to be more into cozy vibes. Like, if you guys have any recommendations, I would love in 2025 to read a very cozy and very, like, serious ones, like, very in depth, that talk about the problems of the characters and how they resolve it together. And they're not, like, made for each other, but together they complement each other and help find their way. And yeah, like, I kind of want that kind of style. Like, I really want, like, kind of like a more practical kind of relationship, and I want to see how that could work out. So if you guys have any recommendations, just comment them down below, and I'll look through them and see. But anyways, I guess I'll talk to you guys later because I've been talking for 8 minutes. For you guys, it's maybe gonna be shorter. I don't know, depending on editing Romy. Editing Romy, how's it going? Good? Bad? Okay. Anyways. I'll talk to you guys later, hopefully when I am maybe, like, almost done with the second book of the Crowns of Nixia series, or maybe I finally decide to read Six Scorched Roses, or I finally finish None of This Is True, or DNF. I don't know. Well, I'll just talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey, God, like, I had to start this clip so early, and I was, like, rushing around. Okay, editing me, I hope you had fun with that. And first of all, do not look at my head. Yes, I know that the twist sides is the wrong way, but I just do not have the mood to change it. If you know what I mean, because I'm lazy. And I've noticed we seem to catch up with each other every time after I have showered, during more like the evening times, after I've already swam, and I'm fresh. Okay? And we come here with an update. A very big one. Remember how I said that I would or DNF None of This Is True or finish it? Well, okay, let's hear a little story. So I have this friendship with Patience. We are not good friends. We do not get along. You put me in a room with Patience, only one of us is gonna get out in the end. And I don't know if that's me. Okay, but anyways, so guys, somehow today Patience came and he said he talked like Patience came and talked to me and she was like, you know what, I will help you. I will join you side by side, and we are gonna get through this book. And event after event, I finished. None of this is true. I did not give it a high rating. Okay, you guys saw how I struggled. You saw the struggle I had with Patience, and look at me. I rose victoriously alongside Patience. Thank you, Patience. Everybody, clap for my beautiful Patience. Anyways, let's move on now to none of this is true. So, guys, I don't know what to tell you guys. It wasn't great. And since finishing this book, and we found out what happened, what was really going on. You know, I knew this from the start. Like at the start of the book, we were reading, and I was like, this person, that person, this. I had an idea, and I'll tell you, during mysteries and thrillers, my head is blank. I don't even try to guess because I know I won't make it. But whilst reading this book for literally over a week, that's how horrible it was. That I read it for over a week. I knew, like literally throughout that time, I was like, why do I keep on thinking that it's her? And I'm like, I'm probably wrong, right? But I was like, no, this is so obvious. It's that person. And I was like, no, I can't. And we like go out through the story, and I feel like this isn't a thriller because I knew from the start it wasn't a mystery. What happened it wasn't a mystery. What was true and what was not. This book is not none of this is true. It's everything is right in your face. Like, I don't know. I didn't love it. I gave it a 2.75 stars. And I just noticed how I said the gender. Romy, don't forget to put it out so people don't know. You know, don't spoil it for them. Even after all this whole rant of how horrible the book was and everything, and how much I hated some characters, they'll still probably read it, right? So we gotta help them so they don't get spoiled. Nothing gets spoiled. But anyway, so after that 2.75 shit star. Horrible. Nothing happened. I think I'm gonna start a new book. I tried to start, but I'm literally like a page through it because I haven't had time to, continue reading it. I don't know how I feel about it yet because, like, bro, we're one page through it. But it seems like a good book. It's called Girl, Serpent, Thorn. I don't think it's very, very popular. And I had this book on literally my TBR for literally years, probably. I do not remember when I put it there. Like, I remember, I've literally told this to you guys every single video from bookwormies, I feel like. Almost every video in bookwormies. About, like, me and my friend are doing, like, an exchange of, like, each day we send each other books from our TBR, or just books we think we would like, and like as a book advent calendar, but online. But anyways, she gave me this book, and I was like, this isn't in my TBR. And then I check it out, I'm like, oh, it is. Huh? Like I've literally forgotten about it. So yeah, sorry, but we're reading it now, right? And also now an update on. So, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, I barely read yesterday, like, really little after I left you guys. I'm 48% through it, like 50%. There's not much to talk about, but I feel like it's going really good. I don't know if I like it more than the first book, as I said in the last clip. I feel like I'm repeating everything, so I should probably end this video soon. But anyways, I hope my goal for today maybe is to get closer to finishing this book up. Because I haven't had time today really to read. It was more like, do this, do that, swim, do this, do that. And I was like, I didn't have time. But we are going to have time to read this book. I want to read it really badly. And I feel like it's going to get, like, we're going to get to the meat of it because this is like a duology, so this will be the time where we're gonna get everything. And after this, or maybe during this, I will read Six Scorched Roses, read it because I want to know what exactly is going to be in that book, because it's a 1.5 book. And there's literally no gap between the first and the second book. No gap. So is the 1.5 book going to be like the before, the after? Like, I feel like the after doesn't make sense that it would be a 1.5 book. I don't know. But I will try my best maybe to read it after this book, just in case. But, or maybe it's like a novella. Oh, I have an idea on what Six Scorched Roses will be about. It will be about like Ilana and her story, maybe a short story about her. If that will be it, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm getting shivers. I want to read that. I want to read about her a lot. I want to learn more about her because I feel like we didn't get enough of her. But yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I'm been rambling for quite a while. So yeah. I'll see you guys hopefully with another good update. And here we are meeting again. Wow. Hi guys. So as I said, I was really hoping that next time we'll have a better update, and we do. We have a much better update, and we're in a different spot. How do you feel about this? Anyways, let's talk. Okay, so remember in the last clip, I finished None of This Is True, and I was continuing to read The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Well, okay, so I have started Girl Serpent Thorn, I think it's called. I don't know. Or Girl Serpent Thorn. I'm 90% sure it's that. If I'm not right, I hope editing me will correct me. But anyways, and then also today, in addition to this, oh, and also, wait, my head is all over the place, as you might see. But anyways, so, Girl Serpent Thorn, I feel like it's okay. It's not my favorite book currently. It's very simplistic currently, and the idea is cute, but I don't know how it will develop and how we can create a storyline from this. But it will be interesting, I feel like. And also I noticed that it doesn't have the highest ratings, so I'm scared about that. Very scared. And I do not remember when I put it on there. Like, on my TBR, like, do not remember. But anyways, that's out of the way. Now, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, I have finished. And guys, I have really loved this. It's not as good as the first book, but I did love it. It's really, really good. It's very easy to go through. The world building isn't super difficult. Or maybe I'm just so used to fantasies that I just don't feel it. But I like the world building. It wasn't too hard to understand. It was very good, and I rated it 4.25 stars. It's not my favorite book of all time, but I feel like it was still really, really good. The fantasy elements were very nice. I like the idea, and I'm really excited to how this storyline from going on from this, we can go to a different side of this world and see how that can continue, because this is like the end to a duet of one part of this 6-book series that's going to be, and then there's going to be 2 other duets that's going to go through different timelines and different places. And I'm very excited to see how this can complement and maybe come together. Maybe we'll see some of the characters from the first book. So, I feel like that's going to be very interesting to see. And I have started Six Scorched Roses. What I mean by started, I clicked on it on my Kindle, then I closed my Kindle. So I literally have no update on that. I don't know if it's good or not, but I decided to read the synopsis, and it has nothing to do with our main characters or what I thought we would get. But I think maybe it'll have to do with something maybe that we saw in the second book, and this was just like a sneak peek into that, but I skipped that sneak peek and ran into book 2 because I forgot. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes, and I'll hopefully update you guys tomorrow, maybe finishing Six Scorched Roses and starting a new book. I don't know what book else I want to start, but I just know I want a fantasy. I'm in the fantasy mood, and while I'm in the fantasy mood, I want to continue going there. But things, the fantasies I currently have, they're not what I want. So I've been looking all over for recommendations. I've texted in my Fable Book Club, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. You can always find it on my YouTube, and also you can just go into Fable and look for Bookworm Talks. You'll find it. But I texted over there, and also, yeah. So I'll see how that goes. But yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, in the next clip. So bye bye. So hey bookwormies, a lot has happened since the last time we have talked, so buckle up because we are here for quite a ride. So you might remember yesterday, guys, well, last clip, I talked about starting to read Six Scorched Roses and reading Girl Serpent Thorn. Okay, so let's first go with a shorter update. So Girl Serpent Thorn, I am still currently reading it. I'm not really into it still. I don't know, it's very slow paced for me at least. I don't know, maybe I'm just not in the vibe for it. It's not my vibe currently. We're gonna see how it goes, if it gets better, if it gets worse. Maximum, I'll soft DNF it. I feel like towards the end of the year, I've been soft DNFing books because I just want to continue reading and like not have to slow down or just like I want the I can't put my book down kind of feeling that I've had with The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which I'm currently not getting with Girl Serpent Thorn. I keep on saying Girl Serpent Dove, but sorry. Anyways, so that update is out of the way. Now we go into Six Scorched Roses. As you might know, Six Scorched Roses is technically a novella. Okay, it isn't the shortest novella known to mankind, but it is a novella. And knowing me, you might know, I finished the book yesterday. I didn't even finish it today because I finished it yesterday, guys. It was very short. I gave it 4 stars. It was very sweet, very cute, very simplistic. There isn't much fantasy elements in it, but I like the idea, and I did see in the end, I like how I read the book after I read the second book because then I already knew the characters, so I already knew their back. So like now I just learned their background, and so like now it seems more relevant to me. But before, if I read it, I feel like if I read it before the second book, then I feel like I just wouldn't retain the information. And then in the book, I'll be like, oh, we heard about this in Six Scorched Roses. I don't remember much. But now it's fresh on my mind, and now my brain is making a lot of connections between the storyline, and it wasn't really confusing even, because in the second book, they were more known as, like, secondary characters, and we didn't really know them much, but then we find out they're more important, but I really like the background. The romance is very cute. I like the idea, and I liked that it just gave us some more into this part of the Nyaxia world, the House of Night, and all that. And I'm very excited for the next 2 duets. I did not start the next 2 duets. I didn't start like the next book, which is a Songbird and something, and the Heart of Stone, I think, something like that. I did not start that because I decided, you know what, let's take a break and read a different fantasy book because that's just so much better. I decided to start reading Ninth House. I don't know how to feel about it. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about it because I've been reading it for so long. I've literally, like, okay, I remember when I told you guys, like, that I'm going to be on a 4-hour drive and then a 4-hour plane ride. In the end, I slept during the 4-hour drive, so only the flight was there. I feel like it was even less. I think it was like 3 hours flight. But throughout that 3, 4, 5-hour time frame, I don't know, not 5 probably, I read until chapter 28 of Ninth House, also known as 85% into it. So I'm pretty much coming towards the end of the book. I was looking at the page number just to get them. But, I don't know if I'm enjoying it. I do not remember a single thing I have read. I feel like I'm kind of skimming through the book. I kind of, like, there were parts where I was like, oh my god, this is exciting, but like most of the book currently most of the parts that I've been reading, I have not retained any of that information. I do not know what's going on. The world kind of reminds me, like, not, like, I mean, like, the writing style and how it is, like, the idea of, like, the human world and then there's people inside it that can do or see things or something like that. It kind of reminds me of The Vicious Duology by V. Schwab that I've read not too long ago. I don't know, it just reminds me, but it isn't the same thing. I'm not saying like these two duologies are the same thing because they are not. I'm just saying that it's giving me the same vibe and idea. They're both duologies. They both like to have a lot of descriptions, which I feel like sometimes is necessary. They both have like this human world with other people that are extraordinary, that they're like not normal people. So yeah, but otherwise, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, and it's seriously, and also something else that Ninth House is also getting compared to Vicious is because I kind of felt the same way about them currently. Currently, I don't know. Maybe like the last few percents, like I'm already 85%. Maybe the last few percents will be better, but I highly doubt that it will raise the mark from 3 to 4, something like that. Like, I think I can maybe give this book a 3.25 if it's lucky, because I just don't feel like I'm getting much into it. And I feel like these just aren't my type of fantasy books. And now it's kind of scared me because I was really hoping to love it. And people say that it's like gruesome, but it's going to be really good and it'll just drag you into there. But I did not feel that at all. And I'm kind of sad because I had not many expectations, but a few expectations for it. Okay, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. So, yeah. Hey, bookwormies. So, we're talking again because, well, I missed one day because of some problems, but we're back and I'm gonna try again to continue talking to you guys every day, giving you new updates. Sometimes, like, I think, like, by my calculations, we're gonna get smaller updates and not like updates that are gonna be like, maybe I got through 5% of a book or something. I'm not gonna get through a lot later on throughout this video, so just so you know already, they're not gonna be big updates. So, but anyways, right now there is quite a big update because I finished Ninth House. And I have continued reading Girl Serpent Thorn. Let's start with Girl Serpent Thorn because it's on my mind and I want to talk about it because currently this book is not going well. Girl Serpent Thorn is just, it's a very shallow book. There isn't much to it. I feel like our character is just very like surface level and I don't like her, okay? She made the most dumb mistakes. She didn't know what she was supposed to do, and she got mad at things, and she was just like a character I couldn't really like because she was just annoying. She had these characteristics and these things she thought, and I was just like I don't know. It felt like it was a child's book. I don't know. Maybe it is middle grade. I haven't checked, but I can check on of course, one of my favorite, well, Goodreads. Okay, so let me check what it is categorized as. Okay, here it is. It is categorized. Oh no, you can't see it on your phone. It's like it's only on the. Wait, what the heck? It got a literary award on Goodreads for the best young adult fantasy and science fiction in 2020. There's something wrong. There's something real wrong with this. No, I don't feel that at all. And also, it's like actually, like when I saw the rating on Goodreads, I was like, I'm very surprised. But it's 3.65 stars, and but it doesn't have many ratings or reviews. It has only 39,000 ratings and 6,000 reviews. So I guess I understand, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know, like I literally like added this book to my TBR a long, long time ago. I didn't think I would read it ever. I don't know, and I decided to read it, and it just isn't for me. It really feels like a middle grade book, and it feels like there's not much. Like it's not in depth. It's just this happens and this happens. The reasons very shallow, very like it's not really twisty, and like there's this one plot twist. But the thing is, I kind of already felt it, and I was like, I kind of already know that this is gonna happen, right? But then like they make it sound like it's the most surprising thing we have ever heard. Like, oh my god, I could have never guessed this would have happened. And I don't know. I didn't feel for it. It just does not go. Anyways, so now that we have girl. Oh, and also I'm only halfway through the book. Still have another half. I don't know how I'm gonna enjoy it because we got through the big plot twist. I don't know how I feel about it. I just felt like I kind of already knew this was probably gonna happen at some point. Like it's not like it's not that it's not original. Sure, it's original, but it was just so obvious
since we kind of met more of the story that this was going to happen. And I knew from the start that, like, we should have made it more plot twisty, maybe added some elements, maybe try not to make it so obvious. But yeah, anyways, out of the way that, we have Ninth House. I gave Ninth House 3.25 stars. I like the mystery element. I liked it. Towards the end of the book, I was there. I was liking it. It was good. But at the start, also I watched Jamie Foxx's video talking about like the 24 books of 2024 that she really liked. And one of them was Ninth House, and she did talk about how it was a slow start, and I agree. It was very slow for me. We met a lot, like while we learned more about the world, I kind of felt myself not really reading it, and I was skimming it because my brain didn't want to obtain that heavy information. Like, it wasn't really heavy, but it just took me a while to digest it. And I more like to learn stuff. It doesn't have to be with the characters that I learn it, that they didn't know and that they learn it, but I wish we could see it. They could take the information and bring it in like small places and not dump info, because that's how I felt. I felt like I was swimming in information and I didn't know where was what. But then after I kind of got into it, like 50-60% mark, it got much better. It got much more fast paced, and towards the end, the mystery got really, really good. Like, I thought this was just like a fantasy, but this was like a whole mystery. Who did this? Who did that? And I really like that idea. It's a very good idea, and I have started reading Hellbent. I am only like 3-4 chapters in, so guys, don't start asking how's it going, because I don't know, because I just started it. But technically, I feel like Ninth House did kind of end pretty nicely. Of course, there's a few loose ends, and I think we're going to meet some of those in Hellbent. And also, people are saying that the Ninth House isn't a duology. It's going to be a trilogy or maybe more, because supposedly Hellbent has a lot of loose ends, and that they feel like would be tied in. But I don't know. We haven't seen any announcements from Leigh Bardugo, so I don't know. But I kind of hoped it would end in 2 books, so then I wouldn't have a new series stuck in my series I'm in the middle of. But I'm not going to put it in unless we get an official announcement that we're getting another book. Then I will add it in. But yeah, this is the main big update, guys. I don't know. I'm hoping to finish Girl, Serpent, Thorn soon. I do not want to continue reading it. And also, I'm trying to download a few more books on my Kindle, because I feel like there's not enough. Because there's not such thing as enough books, right? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, bookwormies. So, I haven't talked to you guys in literally 3 days. I skipped 3 days worth of updates. 1 day because there wasn't much not much to update, and then 2 other days there was, and I just didn't have time, and I was lazy. I didn't want to get out my camera and put on all the microphones, and just there's a lot of preparation just to open the camera. But anyways, so let's start with the updates, right? So last time I said that I was in the middle of Hellbent. Well, I have finished Hellbent since then. I do not remember what I rated it, because that's how long ago. It was literally on the first day that I skipped through. Great, right? Right when I'm finishing a book, I literally just don't update it. But let me check now. Here it is. 3.5 stars I gave it. It was better than Ninth House, and I felt like since we knew already the characters, this was a lot more development, but I still felt like there was some stuff missing that I was just I couldn't really fully connect to. It took me some time to get into it still, even though it's already the second book, and I'm really hoping there isn't going to be a third one, because I do not want to read another one, because I feel like it's a good book for once in a while, but I just didn't love it like crazy. I liked other books by Leigh Bardugo much more than this, but that's okay. Well, I don't know, because Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom I didn't love either, so that's not helping. But anyways, except for that, I have also finished Girl, Serpent, Thorn. What I mean by finished, I mean that I DNF'd it. But on Goodreads it says that I finished it, but I didn't give it a rating. Just so, yeah, if you guys are following me on Goodreads and you're like, no, you are saying here that you DNF'd it, but on Goodreads it doesn't say that. Goodreads is just shit. They need to add a DNF. Like, there should be want to read, currently reading, read, and DNF. Kind of like literally what Fable has. That's why Fable is literally becoming my favorite app. I just have mainly Goodreads to be able to see the next book in the series and all that stuff, and just to check some updates on some of my favorite like booktubers that have Goodreads. But anyways, Girls with Thorn, I've DNF'd. I'm just so lazy to continue it. I am very far into the book. I will say that for sure. Like, I could totally finish it if I wanted to. But thing is, that's the tipping point. I don't want to. Because I feel like it's just not for me. I don't know. It's kind of boring. It's kind of childish. I'm 62% through it. Okay. And I just don't see myself ever finishing it and giving it a high rating. And something I've learned by many very wise booktubers, if you know that you're not going to like it, why continue reading it? So DNF it. And after a few 2 stars and 1 stars, I'm honestly thinking that this is the best way. But yeah, so Girls with Thorn is out of the way, and we have one coming victorious because I've decided to continue the Boys of Tommen series. And if you guys don't know what's the next book, it's Taming 7 for me. I feel like people felt so disappointed by the book, and I guess I get it, but at the same time, it got me to lower my standards, so maybe this is why I feel like I'm going to give it like a 4 or a 4.5 stars, and why I did cry at times from it, because Gipsy and Claire are just such good characters, and Gipsy didn't deserve what he got, and I like this book, actually. Contrary to beliefs, but I'm okay with that. I have no problem, because it's better that I like it than I don't, right? And then I can actually say I really like Boys of Tommen series, because I literally liked every single book and not just the first 4. Okay, but anyways, so we have, and how much percent am I through it? I'm literally like 95. I literally have like a few chapters left, like 3-4 probably. And I'm probably gonna finish it today, but I don't know if I'm gonna update you guys tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen, because today I just saw that I had like a block of free time, and I was like, Romy, you gotta film, you gotta update them, so they're not as behind. Just get it over with, Romy. So there we go. I have updated you guys, and I guess we'll see you guys soon. Probably the next update will be I finished Taming 7 and I'm already 10 books behind, because like 10 books behind of updating you guys. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wait, no, wait, what? Oh god, my brain kind of died. Okay, so guys, I'll see you guys soon. Hey, bookwormies. So I have to talk to you guys like in 2 days, and this is already, today is January the 1st. We're in the new year. We're in 2025, at least for me. For you guys, it's already a bit farther in January or maybe February, but like whatever. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. How's it going? Okay, so updates. Last update I said that I was currently reading Taming 7. Since then, I have finished the book. I cried in one of the parts, and it didn't end like in the craziest cliffhanger, but it did end with a cliffhanger, and because of that, I'm just like, I need the next book. I want it. But the thing is that Chloe Walsh didn't even announce, but everybody already knows there's gonna be another 7 book. Like, I mean, like, because it's Taming 7 and the number that is, you get it, right? The thing is, Huey, Claire's brother, and a specific someone. I don't know if I want to see that. I don't really. And also, I don't want Lizzie's book. I don't know. Like, I guess I get that she was struggling, and we see a lot of it, but I feel like she just blames the wrong person, but when she doesn't have all the facts, and I don't know how I can
deal with ever getting her book. Like, I want to get the next book with Claire and Gibbsy, Gerard Gibbsy, and I like their dynamic, and we really get to explore it more in this book. And I feel like maybe because I was setting my expectations very, very low, because everybody was like, we set the expectations for Taming 7 too high because it wasn't even that good. I then expected that there'd be like no past, that they were like totally like a normal couple, a normal romance, which is not what people are looking for. And then I found out there are stuff that are going on. There are stuff that you see more often. And I'm like, so I don't know. Like, I didn't expect much from it. Maybe that's why it got literally 4 stars, but I liked it. It was good. It wasn't the craziest book out of the Boys of Thomas series, but it was good, and I want the next book by her. I gave it a 4 stars. I think I said that before, but I don't know. My brain is kind of fried. Oh, and also I have started the duet of Willow and the guy I don't remember, like, which we met in the Addicted Calloway Sister series, and this is called Whatever It Takes by by Krista Ritchie. This is the first book in the duet, and I feel like it's good. I don't know how much percent I'm through it. Let's check. I'm 73% through it. I wanted to finish it before the new year, but I didn't. So now I'm counting as the first first book of 2025, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be good. And also, I feel like next book is gonna be, I'm gonna start now 2 books at a time, as I usually do, and I'm gonna do the second book of the Whatever It Takes duet, and I'm gonna be reading Circe, I think, because my BFF Altonai and I've done like 2 videos. She's been in my channel for like 2 videos, I think. But she read Circe and she can't stop venting about it. So I need to see why is she so in love with it? Is there something so special about it? And also, I know that she's more strict with ratings than me, and I trust her with I trust her opinion. If she says that it's really, really good, then I believe it, and I will totally try to read it, and I will soon. But yeah. Oh, and also, how is it going with Whatever It Takes? You probably are like, bro, Romy, we're here for this, not for what you're gonna read in the next year. Okay. So, Whatever It Takes, it's good. It's not my favorite book. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I loved the Calloway Sister series. Addicted was good, but Calloway Sister series was top tier. I feel like I just really like seeing Rose and Connor because their dynamic is so funny and cute, and just like they try to act like smart asses, but then they're just like they're just so fun. I love Rose. Rose is like my all-time favorite character. Okay, but here we see less of her, and also we're seeing more of Willow and her life and his life. I forgot his name. The main couple, and we got to see a bit of them, but I want to see more. We'll see how it goes. Hey, bookwormies! Surprise, surprise! Guess where we are? Back home. And oh wait, I forgot. I'm gonna need my phone for this because I haven't updated you guys in like 4 days. I think like 3-4 days, somewhere between that. Honestly, since like that first update at the start of the year, and this is a lot to update you guys on. I don't remember if I told you guys this, but I don't care. I'm gonna talk about it again. I read Whatever It Takes, and I finished it. And I gave it, in the end, 3.75 stars. It was good. It just isn't the same feeling as the Calloway Addicted series. It's just not the same. It's not the same thing. But it was still really good, and I would still recommend it. I'm trying not to go super in depth because there's some other books that I might talk about some more. Okay. So Whatever It Takes, it was a good book for the first one. I do like the characters. I liked how it went. It was a good storyline, a good plot. it kept things going. It was romance. I had these times when I was just like, I'm not really super into it. And I don't really gravitate towards it anymore. I don't really think about it, especially days after. I kind of remember what's the plot, but I don't really care about the characters that much. Next, we have, who else do we have here? Next, I read Wherever You Are, which is the second book in that duet, and it's the final book. No more. And I give this book, let's see, 4 stars. It was better than the first one, I will admit, it was better, but it wasn't over the top. I'm going crazy here, and it was still, like, there are still times when I just kind of was like, it's good, I just don't see the highest plot point. And I would still recommend this duet, but I don't think it's necessary to read. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but it does talk about all kinds of struggles that these characters deal with that you don't really see as much in the primary series, in the Addicted Calloway Sister series. Like, we don't see these struggles, but in this duet, we really tackle them some more. We get to meet their couple. We get to see their family dynamic, how they feel about the Calloway Addicted whole drama thing. And I like going back in time, seeing like parts that I remember in the Addicted Calloway Sister series, and then now seeing it in their point of view. It was really nice. I feel like it gave me like the one last chance to say goodbye to them, because I don't think I'm going to be reading the series where it's like, it's like a series where it's about like the children from the Addicted and Calloway Sister series, like the parents, okay, like the core 6, their children. I don't think I'm gonna read that because I feel like it's gonna be too long, and I just don't feel like I'm gonna be interested in it as much. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of good quotes right now going all around for some reason for me on Pinterest. Next, I read Circe because my bestie Altonite, you guys remember she came to my videos, like we did like a video together twice on my channel. You guys can see them, I promise you. Like, just literally like look up. I'll also link it down below their titles so you can see. But I read Circe and I gave it 4.5 stars. This is literally her favorite book. She never shuts up about it. She bought a physical copy of it, and if you know her like I know her, I'll tell you this is a big deal. So when so I was like, okay, she really loves this book. I gotta see what it's about. And I was actually planning for it to be the first book I would read in 2025, but you guys see the dynamic didn't work out. The timing wasn't right. But I read it the 3rd book of the year, so I feel like it's still good. And I give 4.5 stars, like I said. It was really, really good. I loved like the mythology and how much like how big of a story it became. And I love because I love Greek mythology because I'm an OG Percy Jackson fan, and seeing this from a different point of view and really see, like, because Percy Jackson is more like for a younger audience, and they keep it more like Rick Riordan still like adds a lot of detail, but he doesn't go in depth on the mythology, but Circe does go in more. And I really love the dynamic and how she, like, we really got to see each god, like, I really loved the main character Circe, and I loved seeing everything. Like, it was really good, and I would totally recommend you guys read it, especially for all those mythology lovers. Like, you don't even have to love mythology. You could just read it as if it's a normal book. It does have a very unique style of writing, but I really love it. And I know that also the same author wrote The Song of Achilles, which I've heard amazing things about, that it makes people cry, that it's just amazing. And I will be reading it at some point, especially now that I've read Circe by her. Like, I feel like I have to read now The Song of Achilles. Maybe I'll try to do a buddy read with Altonite of it. I don't know, because now that's one of her favorite authors. So maybe we'll do one. Wink, wink. If Altonite you're watching this is, please, I'm telling you, let's do that. Anyways, next I read The Wicked King. If you guys don't know, I started the Cruel Prince trilogy in 2024. I read the first book and then like the little novella, which is like a letter from the main character's twin sister, and I hated that book. And I just couldn't get myself to continue reading the Quirrell Prince trilogy, but I still had it in my series I'm in the middle of list. And so that, if you guys don't know me, that means that I'm still planning on someday reading it. And I decided, you know what? These are short books. We're on a flight back home. Let's just read them. And like I could just read this and then I can live, I don't know, like the Queen of Nothing maximum for next year, you know? I don't know. But I just decided, let's read The Wicked King. How bad can it be? It's short, sweet, easy. And I gave it 3.5 stars. It was simple. It was okay. I just didn't feel much for the characters. I was just reading there. I was like, okay. Like, I could get into the world no problem. And it's very YA, so it's very easy. The world building isn't hard, and I kind of already knew the characters before. I didn't remember much. But I remembered how the first book ended, so it kind of gave me an idea on how it's going to continue. And I've seen so many spoilers, just get on with it. But The Wicked King was okay. It's not one of my craziest favorites book. I don't really get how the hype is so high. Like it's a very simplistic book, but people are like, oh, it's romance, so it's like fantasy, and it's so good. The world building is amazing. I'm like, it's just kind of more simplistic, so I don't see much to it. And the next book that I finished, and the last book that I finished, part of this travel vlog. I'm in the middle of a book that I'll talk about later. But guess what it is? I'll write it down below, okay? I'll give you 3 seconds to write it. No, 5. I'll be kind. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys wrote it? Okay, I don't care. You could have stopped the video. But next I read The Queen of Nothing because I decided, you know what? I already read The Wicked King. Let's just, like, people say The Queen of Nothing is a good book. They say it's the best, or they say that the second or the third one is the best of the series. And I'm like, let's just get it over with. I'll be done with the series, and then I won't have to ever think about it again. I don't have to worry, and then I get rid of another series I'm in the middle of in my list. And I did that. I did it. I read it, and at the start I was like, let's just read like a few chapters. If it goes badly, like really, really badly, then I just won't continue reading it. It was okay. I gave it 3.75 stars. There were good parts. There were okay parts. There were some parts that were like so obvious in my mind. I was like, bro, don't you see it? Thing is that, like, it just sometimes annoyed me. The character's okay, and people say that this like romance, it has good romance, but honestly, it's okay. It's mid. It's like, thing is that now Book Talk specifically now continues doing this, where they're like, oh my god, the romance is so good. Thing is that the romance is this small, this minuscule part of the book, such like a part that is literally like doesn't matter. The story's not. It's irrelevant. It's just to add a tiny little light thing to build up the character development, and it honestly doesn't matter too much. And then people like take it and they're like, oh my god, the romance is amazing. They talk towards. Like, I just feel like they over exaggerate things, but I don't know. The Queen of Nothing was good, I guess. It was interesting, but honestly, every plot twist there was, I kind of already had an idea. Like, one part, I didn't have the idea, but I kind of got what the character could do. And I was just like, bro, just please. I don't know. It was okay, it was mid, but I'm happy I got it over with. It was a good series overall, I guess, but I wouldn't over the top to recommend it. Unless if somebody is like, oh, I'm just getting into fantasy and I want something simplistic, not too hard, I might say Cruel Prince, but it's not going to be the top thing on my head. Next. Oh yeah, what am I reading currently? Let me get my Kindle. My Kindle. Kindy. Here it is. Okay. Guys, you know what time. I am currently reading a romance now. Because I've decided there wasn't enough of romance in The Queen of Nothing and The Wicked King, so let's get a romance book. And I'm 63% through it, and it is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. And honestly, it's good. It's not too horrible. Like, I don't know, but I feel like the STEM books that are gonna be like the STEM books of Ali Hazelwood are pretty good. Like, I read another one, I don't remember it, But yeah, also I thought that, like, I remember like people were talking about this book, but thing is I forgot that the title was that. Like, people were talking about the synopsis, and I was like, oh god, I'll never read this. Thing is that when I picked this up, I forgot about the synopsis, and then afterwards when I searched it up, I was like, wait, this was the book that people talked about and that I was not gonna read. And then I've been reading it. Honestly, I feel like it's an insignificant part, the part that I like over exaggerated, which is the age difference. I feel like they don't really talk about it too much, but yeah, I don't. For some reason, my brain is dead. If you guys didn't notice, I've been awake for a long time. So what did I want to say? Oh yeah, how's the love hypothesis going? Well, honestly, it's pretty good. I don't think it's gonna be a 5 stars, obviously, but I feel like it could round up to a 4 stars because Ali Hazelwood's books are very simple, very easy to devour, and the romance is good. And this one character, I wish I could say I expected it, but I did not. I wish I expected it. Like, bro, and the main character, like, she has her own struggles, but sometimes it's just like she's bad at lying, but some of her things are just so funny for some reason to me. But I really like this book. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish it like in a few days. It's not gonna take too long, and I'm already like 63% through it. And I was actually like, when we were waiting for a baggage, I was like, I want to read this, but I couldn't take out my Kindle right now, so I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until I get home. But yeah, so bookwormies, in this video, I have read a lot of books. Well, I feel like I read quite a few books. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this travel blog. I don't remember the last time I'd done one. And these are honestly my favorite videos to make. My favorite all time because like they're just so fun. I just sit down like maybe a few times during the vacation, and I just sit down and yapper about books. I talk about how much I've read, how's it going. I can like yammer on anything, and it's just such a good video, and it's my favorite. I think I already said this at the start of the video. I don't know, it's been like over 2 weeks ago. So. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I didn't yammer too much. I hope your ears are still intact after this conversation. But I guess I'll see you guys next time with the official new video of 2025, hopefully. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye bye.